Asking someone when the baby is due is the equivalent of asking the person when did you and your husband F, which is considered extremely rude.
Ain't no
The
way,
lady
bro. What's good, y'all? It's the Demouchets React, and we're back with another video. Who we got today, C?
Today we are back with a first-time reaction to Culture Shock Americans share their experience. We're super excited. It's gonna be what, baby?
This is gonna be good. Culture Shock.
Yes, we're super excited about this, guys. If you're new to us and we're new to you, make sure you scroll down, hit the red subscribe button, and turn on the post notification bell, because we're on the road to 50K. And we cannot get there without you guys. Alright, without further ado, let's get into the video.
Americans have read it. What is something you didn't realize was typically American until you went abroad? Having your drink constantly refilled at restaurants.
Look at that.
I just want to drink a ton of water, alright. Garbage disposals in sinks. When I moved to the UK, my flatmates asked how in movies people would stick their hands in the sink drain and it'd be ripped apart. I told them about garbage disposals and they were very weirded out. Red plastic cups for parties. So much so that people outside US use them as an accessory to American themed parties. I doubt this is...
Wait, what I missed? This is going pretty fast.
The red cup. For people outside of the country who use like American parties, they have to get the red cups.
Oh, that's what they do too?
So like for like the luau that we do, we have to get like the grass skirts or whatever. And that's a part of our country, Hawaii. Oh. But yeah, they use the red cups. That's crazy.
Keep it in American, I guess.
But when I studied abroad in the UK, the lack of public drinking laws was a bit of a culture shock. Being able to walk outside with a bottle of beer was very freeing. Root beer is apparently disgusting and an offense to most of the world.
Get it.
That's not the first time we heard that here it's against the law to publicly open a bottle of beer and drink it. That depends on where you're located in the U.S.
I never understood that though. Yeah. Maybe because I don't go crazy with beer, but I never understood that.
Yeah, it's a drink. I mean, I could see being intoxicated, but it's a drink.
That's why they have the brown plastic bag in public, because they be trying to hide it.
You know, some places don't sell liquor on Sundays.
Yeah, definitely. So. I know that, right? Yeah. They don't sell it to you, don't do it.
Having plenty of free bathrooms around for the public to use. When I went to Australia, I found out very quickly that no one down there roots for a team. They go for a team. Yeah. So when I said I root for the Red Sox, I got a lot of weird looks. Rooting means effing in Australian. Free public restrooms. When I visited Europe, I thought it was the strangest thing that you had to pay to use a public restroom.
Oh.
There's a big shortage of water fountains once you leave the US, I've noticed. Sugar. When I visited Japan, even some of their sweetest desserts pale in comparison to how much sugar is in American food.
Wow.
Not an American, but I can always spot Americans at the airport because they take off their shoes at security, even if it's not required. Portion sizes. My high school senior trip to London.
Because in America they make us strip all the way
Every
down.
time, thoroughly.
And I hate that because I'm not about to walk on y'all little dirty floors.
Bro, they talking about checking everything too. Yes. I'm like, can you drop everything?
In Europe, y'all have to pay to use a public restroom?
Y'all not telling us that. Why y'all not telling us that, y'all?
Yeah, I mean, okay.
As a typically ravenous appetite 18-year-old, I couldn't get over how small everything was standard. Dressing like to do stuff like grocery shop. Went to the Netherlands for about 2 weeks, and we never saw anyone dressing comfy like. Everyone looked nice, everywhere, at all hours. You'd catch me walking through Walmart at 3 a.m. and him wearing old PJs, whatever shirt I happened to exist in, and him probably not wearing socks.
Oh. Wow.
I was struck by the extent to which nobody talks to strangers in Northern Europe. Even in big cities in the US, people will talk to each other sometimes in line, on the subway, etc. Not deep conversation,
just talking.
But it isn't weird to make casual conversation. How large grocery stores are here. My wife is not American, and we lived in China, and we're in HK all the time. They had large international stores that were great, and she didn't really grasp the size of American grocery stores till our first week in the USA. And there's 150 feet of cereals on one aisle. Being friendly to an extent, I checked in at a hostel and walked into the lounge area where people from all over the world were just chilling. I kinda introduced myself to the whole room, and someone goes, "You're from the States, yeah?" And I'm like, "Yeah, how do you know?" They said, "Only an American will walk into a room of strangers and introduce themselves to everybody."
That's funny.
We gotta make our presence known.
Yeah, I'm just saying. We come in and we speak like, "Yo, how y'all doing today? Y'all feeling alright?" Alright,
That's
cool.
you.
I did that the other day.
Dion is obnoxious, okay? Like, he wants all eyes on him when he walks in the door.
You know.
And me and the kids in the back like, shut up and walk. Shoot.
That's funny.
But
British
Dion
friend
is
makes
friendly.
fun of me.
I'm friendly to an extent. I would definitely give you conversation, but I ain't about to have our hearts bumping. That's probably them get all their feels, but
For how much cheese I use in my cooking. Doesn't stop her from inhaling my potato casseroles, but there you go. Buying stuff and the cashier putting your items in a plastic or paper bag. Went to Germany and found it strange they don't bag your items. Everyone just brings their own bag or dumps their stuff in a backpack.
California, babe.
California.
When was in California, you was at the register and you was like, so she's like, "Yeah, you gotta pay for those.
Pay for a bag.
Pay for all the groceries back.
Bag. Everything going
Put everything in one bag."
But Aldi, and yeah, it's just Aldi that we have been to. They don't bag your stuff. You have to either buy a bag or bring your own bag.
Come back with the bag.
Yeah.
Gotta come back with the bag. So buy some bags.
Measuring walking/driving distance in blocks. It's the unit of measure I use most frequently when giving directions. The restaurant is 3 blocks away. Go south 1 block, and then 2 blocks west. I live 6 blocks from the grocery store. It wasn't until I studied abroad in England and got a complete blank look when I asked someone how many blocks away the library was that I realized using block as a measurement only makes sense in cities that were largely pre-planned and built on grid systems.
Yeah.
Not many places outside the US. S'mores. I was in New Zealand having a bonfire on the beach and someone went and grabbed a bag of marshmallows and then everyone just ate them by themselves. And someone from Sweden asked me if s'mores were a real thing or only on TV.
Oh.
I was flabbergasted. This all could be due in part to the fact other places don't tend to have graham crackers. Massively wide roads/lanes. The whole of Ireland made me feel claustrophobic. But when I got back home the roads felt like way too much wasted space.
Okay.
24-hour stores. It's weird not being able to buy random shit at 4 a.m. Cold drinks. Every European country I visited the drinks would best be described as cool, but definitely not cold like in the US. It is a Japanese culture to always greet someone as a sign of respect, but I feel uneasy that Americans sometimes looks at you and do a half smile while not saying anything.
That's true.
The stereotype about us being loud is true. I never thought of myself as being loud until I went abroad and would hang up the phone after speaking in what I thought was appropriate volume to find everyone around me was staring at me and realized how much more quiet they were. All whoops.
But we are loud in
Asking a
restaurants.
soldier after multiple
Our parts.
deployments was one of the most remarkable things about America, and it would be massive grocery stores. Road trips, at least just jumping in the car and driving a few hours without giving it much thought. I live in a large western state, and it seems at least every other weekend my family and I were in the car traveling for a few hours to see some sight. Going to Mexico or another state. I have relatives in Switzerland and they were going to drive us to the Frankfurt airport, and I was blown away how big of a deal it was to them. My uncle had the car inspected, shopped around for gas, and printed off travel and weather reports.
Oh.
All for a trip my dad would have said, "Hey, let's do this weekend." In the car, kids. Peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. On a related note, no, Vegemite and butter are not an adequate substitution. You know who you are. Keeping Econ
What?
100.
See, that's it right there. Y'all have been telling us which places would be best for us to move to abroad. There's no peanut butter and jelly. Dion is not coming.
Nope.
So we can't go.
You gotta give me some peanut butter and some jelly, and I need that.
You gotta
ASAP.
go make it.
I'll bring some with me and we can go.
Yeah, okay.
If y'all let us know the location that best suits our personalities for our family that we can visit, I just take it back, hit the Walmart.
The Walmart.
Get some peanut butter and some
24-hour Walmart.
At 4 a.m. And go do what we gotta do.
Hey, your PJs.
In my PJs. None of that fancy stuff.
Since at the time in the summer, visited Madrid for about a month to see the exchange student we housed and found that they typically only turn on at night to sleep or when it reaches a damned 105 degree F. Eating a burger and fries with your hands.
What?
I just assumed everyone did this. I went to Sweden with my boyfriend and we stopped at a burger joint. Small local place. When the chef heard we were American, he immediately wanted us to try a specialty burger he made and tell him what we thought about it. They were all excited when we picked it up with our hands and we realized everyone else in the place was using a fork and knife.
How?
It was 11/10.
Yes, give me a pause on that one,
Are
y'all.
we cutting the burger?
Like, are we taking the burger and like literally cutting through the bread, the lettuce, the tomato, the beans, the greens, the mustard, the yam, and then we poking it and biting it? That's a lot of meat, though. It's like stuffing
The
like this
burger
much.
gonna go up pork.
Are we separating the burger to eat it? It's not a burger no more.
Oh, okay.
Y'all's showers are like a flower watering pot. I like to feel my shower. Like, make the pressure strong enough to tear my skin off.
Come on.
Then back it off like 10%.
Yes, please.
I grew up in the US and moved to Europe about 10 years ago. I learned quickly to get out of the habit of smiling or saying hello to strangers on the street. I didn't understand why people found it so off-putting at first, because I thought I was simply being polite. A European friend explained that it comes across as funny/untrustworthy and puts people on their guard. It can still be hard sometimes to shake the feeling that I'm being rude by not smiling at everyone I pass by.
Hold up.
That's
because
different.
Y'all been going off on us in these comment sections.
Ooh.
Y'all been saying how friendly it is, how y'all don't live in fear and all that. But if we go there with our southern hospitality,
Yes, say that.
and we're smiling and we
we
want to
smiling.
speak to everybody that we pass across,
we just so happy.
y'all gonna be put on guard. What y'all fearing?
What is the fear? Yeah, what happened?
What y'all fearing?
Who-
Y'all feel like we're gonna steal or
Somebody
something?
cross y'all with a smile or something? Crooked smile? Y'all been listening to J. Cole, huh? What it is?
Okay, I need my UK family members that's a part of this channel to
Because
let me know.
I'm smiling. Like, the smile is real.
Yes.
The laugh is real.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? The handshake is real. Like, it's real. Like, I wouldn't
mean-
smile and give you an untrustworthy vibe. Like,
Yeah, like what is there not to trust about the Demouchets?
I'm just
We just
saying
want
that.
to talk to you, speak to you, see what you had for breakfast.
So we mugging. So we mugging to talk.
That's how we greeting each other.
How
Come
you
on,
feeling today?
come on. That's the greet. What? Y'all, come on now. Nah, I'm picking on y'all today because y'all have been picking on us.
Yep.
Y'all have been saying there is nothing to fear, but yet on Reddit,
On Reddit.
they said that y'all feel like smiling and speaking to everybody. That puts y'all on guard. What y'all fearing?
Like, why would you walk in a room and speak to a whole bunch of strangers? No one know you. Like,
Because
but that's what we like.
it's
friendly.
friendly.
Like, hey,
It's friendly.
like if I'm walking in a restaurant and there's tables there on me and I make eye contact on someone, make eye contact with me, a nice smile and a head nod.
Yeah, hey,
Oh,
enjoy
hey,
your
what's up? How you
dinner.
doing today, my man? I'm good, bro. Boom. I'll keep it pushing. Like y'all say, small conversation, but
This putting y'all in a different light, baby.
Here in the States, pregnancy announcements, reveals, baby showers are mainstream, but it's generally a big no-no to bring it up in Kenya. My mom found out the hard way.
Oh.
Essentially, asking someone when the baby is due is the equivalent of asking the person when did you and your husband F, which is considered extremely rude.
Ain't no
the
way,
lady
bro.
my mom asked was gracious about it.
We talking about
but
the
said if
baby.
we were not such good friends, I would have slapped you. I'm
Slap?
not American, but visit the US a lot, and I tell you, almost all Americans has this habit of giving the half-smile look to anyone.
Just-
That is not just normal anywhere else.
what is the half smile
think
look?
it's this.
No, we don't do that.
We show teeth.
Yeah, we like,
If I'm gonna smile at you, I'm gonna show you teeth. But
I don't give this one right. This is the one they probably talking about when you walk past and you be like, hey, how you doing? They give you that.
Types and subtypes of sodas. Hearing commercials advocating you to go to the doctor and demand a prescription for whatever fantasy pill is new to the market on the radio like it is no big deal. Going out to a restaurant. In America, you are seated as soon as possible, and then they bring you drinks, appetizers, entree, dessert, and then check as quick as they possibly can.
In that order.
It's good service. For a total time of 45 minutes to an hour and a half-ish. Staying past this time is seen as a bit rude.
Yes.
In Europe, going out to eat seemed to be more of an event that you slowly enjoyed for a longer period of time. First, they bring you drinks and an appetizer for the first hour. Then the second hour is the entree and dessert.
Oh, okay.
Then it's more drinks for another half hour or so. I don't know if it's because we were American, but it seemed like the wait staff everywhere we went was annoyed that we were rushing them when we just thought it was bad service and didn't understand the routine.
Well,
That's definitely a culture shock.
yeah, it is a culture shock though. But at the same time, I bet your food was hot.
Right.
Because you give space in between time. But it's an event as well. So
we like everything. No, they treat it like an event. So we'll get like the chicken, the macaroni and cheese, the cornbread, the collard greens. We'll get that all together. But it seems like they're getting the macaroni, then the chicken. So, I mean, I like it that way. I would like it that way.
I mean, that's not bad.
When I go to restaurants, I want it to be, we talking, we're vibing, we're having. I like the European way.
I think I like it because the food gonna be hot and fresh. Fresh, like you give the waiter and the people in the kitchen, the cooks, a nice time in between. So I feel like they're slamming dishes and trying to, we got an order coming in. Like we got a family coming in there too. Like, like it's none of that. So.
But I bet it's limited on how many people can go to the restaurant.
Well, they up in there sitting down for hours.
Hours and hours.
Oh Lord.
After the fact, you pay what the price shows. No need to figure the tax. Dumb that we do that here.
It's very dumb.
Shorts. I swear there are 14 million people in Istanbul, and I was the only one wearing shorts.
Okay.
Not American. But I found out that having an electric kettle is mandatory in every home like toilet paper, or whatever. Canadian for reference.
Okay.
How are you? Being used in place of hello even with strangers. In the US, how are you needs? Only to be replied with good, you, almost as a way of saying hi. Elsewhere people don't really know how to respond. When a stranger asks how are you, how are you doing, or how's it going?
Okay.
I did an art history course in Italy. What really stood out to me was the size of cars over there. Over here you have a mix of mid-sized sedans and pickup trucks / subs, with the occasional compact car. Back when I went, compact cars here were incredibly scarce. Over there, it seemed like most everyone drove a compact car, with the occasional sports car. I remember counting 6 pickup trucks in the 10 days I was there. For comparison, I can name more than 6 people I know with a pickup here. Parenting roles falling almost exclusively on the mother. Going to Denmark was weird. Almost all strollers were pushed by dads. There was billboards with dads snuggling with their babies, and they were much more loving and affectionate than I've ever seen.
I knew you had something to say.
You know I got something to say.
I knew you had something to say about that.
I have been blessed with a great father for my kids, and we never had gender roles in our marriage or in our parenthood.
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, that depends on the person, the situation, whatever.
Nah, I handle my business. Like, before you press play on this video so they can enjoy the rest of these culture shots. I just need them to know that, I handle my business. I'm a man. I do what I gotta do. Yeah, I'm just joking with y'all.
And your kids love you for it.
Yeah, and they love me for it, man. I feel like that's just a natural instinct I have, so it's cool.
A full people dress. In pretty much every European country I've been to, people dress with really neutral colors without big logos or graphics. In America, it's pretty common to have people dress in bright colors, or have a shirt with a cool graphic on it. Europeans dress pretty fashionable, but they aren't very expressive when it comes to clothing.
Maybe like a lot of button downs,
Huge amounts of personal space. I know everywhere has the concept of a personal bubble, but for Americans, it's more like a personal iron curtain. Now I can't unsee the lengths that Americans will go to be far away from other people. Next time you get on an elevator or a metro in America, look at how perfectly spaced out everyone is standing to maximize the distance to other people.
We respect people's space.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. I mean, hey.
That was fun.
I liked it, that one.
That was a different perspective.
definitely took me into a deeper, angle of what
Yeah.
these different countries got going on.
Yeah, nah, this is the type of content we want to see. We don't want to see just America is bad, usually. We don't want to see that. We want to see the good and bad of every country.
Right, because we are judgmental free. We're going to have comments, but we're not going to be up in here talking crazy or down on anything that you guys give us. You feel me? So this was fun.
Yes,
This was very fun. One of them that I really liked that was a culture shock was that when it was out there, even at 4 a.m. in the morning, the girl who was talking about the PJs, with everyone else is classical, you know what I'm saying, dressed it up. So.
Yeah, we haven't had 24-hour stores since the pandemic.
Yeah, that's true.
We're inching our way back there. Now it's like 11. They close at 11, but we're going to inch our way back to the 24-hour Walmart.
Waiting for it.
Yeah. So, guys, this was a good video. Send us more like this, all right? We don't want to just hear America is bad. We don't want to hear that, all right? So, like this video, subscribe, turn on the post notification bell. We'll see y'all soon.
Peace.